Hello everyone and welcome. This is Ascending High Priestess. I hope you guys are doing well today. For those of you who are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you who have been with me for a little bit, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is like the second or third time I try to do this reading, and for whatever reason, the message, those little spiritual gremlins are acting up. As always, if this message doesn't resonate, there's plenty of other messages. And for those of you who are new, please hit share and subscribe. I would love for you to be part of the Ascending High Priestess gang. So welcome, 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 and join us. For those of you who are into tarot, these are the tarot cards that I designed. So in the description box, you will find the information how to get, these. They're actually, right now, I believe it's 33.30 or 33.33. So definitely, if you're into tarot, that is for you. Okay, so let's see. So I got an download the other day about fish, okay? And it was spelled fish, Phish, and regular fish, Fish, okay? Fish via email. So for some of you, there is someone that is trying to connect with you, someone that is very interested in what you're doing, okay? Someone that is in your energy, trying to figure out who you're talking to, who you're seeing, who, who you're hanging out with, where you're hanging out with. Someone may be trying to send you, I even got sale, send you something, okay? So be very careful on what you, click on, that you don't, all of a sudden let a malware or spyware into your laptop, specifically, or computer, okay? So just be very, very careful as far as opening anything that doesn't seem familiar, okay? And for other people, fish is the symbol for prosperity, okay? Fish is a symbol in Christianity. You teach someone to fish, they become more independent, okay? So it could be more independence for you, a period of fruition, okay? So someone may be after the things that make you fruitful, okay? That's what one of the things that I'm getting. So let's see. Spirit, help me read for the collective. Any messages that you have at this time, please. And thank you. I ask you to help me read and channel the messages that are needed for the collective. I ask my spirit guides and my ancestors of the highest white light to cover me and shelter me as I channel the messages. So will it be? Okay, let's see. Let's see what messages are here for the collective, please. And thank you. What messages do you have for the collective at this time, please? And thank you. Truth, okay? So you or this person is after the truth. You're trying to figure out some clarity, you need, there may be a secret, something that will be revealed to you shortly or soon. You may be speaking your truth, and maybe your truth is not something that this person is comfortable with. There may be a wedding, okay? There may be a truth about a wedding, a truth about a marriage, a truth about a relationship, okay? For some of you, this person may be very much into music, or you are very much into music, or messages come to you via music, okay? For some of you, you may play the guitar, you may read music. For some of you, you have been extremely anxious, you know, about this truth, or extremely anxious about this reveal, or this possible reveal. Okay, for some of you, you may suffer from anxiety. I'm getting that for some of you, you've suffered from anxiety since you were very, very little. Okay, I'm seeing in my mind's eye a little girl kind of crying, crouched down in a playground crying. Okay, for some of you, that may have been a very pivotal moment that you noticed that anxiety became something that was part of you. Okay, for some of you, there was a relationship that got triggered, or a relationship that failed because the person decided that they were going to check out what was going on the other side. They felt that the grass was greener on the other side, okay? So the relationship just didn't work out. For a lot of you, this person feels like you need to surrender, okay? That you need to surrender. One more, please, and thank you. That you need to surrender, that you need to lower your boundaries, that you need to kind of give up. But there's a lot of magnetic attraction still between you and possibly a partner that you had, okay? There's still a lot of lust, I'm hearing. This person definitely went, you know, they're no longer partying, but they definitely had a lot of partying ways. The person that's trying to get into your energy, they celebrated. They were celebrating probably and very publicly celebrating a lot of things that, you know, maybe your downfall. They were getting together with friends. This person may like to drink a lot. They like to be seen. They like to be, you know, a social butterfly. But definitely this is not happening now. Okay, this person is on the outs, maybe with a circle of friends. Whatever message that you get, it's going to be a little bit vague. So there, you know, Spirit is saying that you need to read between the lines, okay? You need to read between the lines. This may affect your family. You may have a family with this person, okay? But this is part of divine timing. This is, you know, this message may be something to do with, yeah, divine intervention and divine timing, okay? There may be some legal matters that may be presented. So you may get a message from a lawyer, okay? Someone of authority. Yeah, this person is definitely a snake, okay? This person is definitely a snake, which is why you need to read between the lines. So this person may want to reach out to you, I don't know, to give you some sort of information that this sounds so familiar, maybe one or two. You know, this energy has been playing around and around. It's like going in a weird circle. But this person, obviously, because they are a snake, just be very, very careful not to go down this weird rabbit hole of believing what they're saying, okay? Because obviously a snake has a forked tongue, meaning that they are lying, okay? Let's see what else. What else do you have? You know, I am tempted to actually do this. What messages do you have for the collective regarding this reading, please? What messages? What songs do you have? because music is here. So this person may have felt that they were too young to fall in love, or maybe you were too young to fall in love with your significant person, or vice versa. Maybe your person felt like they were too young. Again, the messages are in the lyrics and the title. Don't worry if you've never even heard of the band. Just, you know, focus on the title and the lyrics. This person may be very immature, especially when it comes to matters of the heart, okay? Too much. Just one or two, guys. Thank you. This person may feel like you belong to them or they belong to you, okay? They feel like a little jealous about you and of you. And although they feel this jealousy, they do want to come forward and say thank you. There is something that they are very thankful about, okay? That they are, I kept hearing lustful, but there is something that they are thankful about. You know, maybe a past relationship, a past event, the fact that maybe you're willing to listen to this person now. There's something that they are very thankful about. Thank you. Yeah, to this person, and I'm talking about your past person, okay? You were home, you were stability, you were love, okay? So you are the culmination of everything good that they saw, okay? Did they appreciate it? Probably not, because they went and, you know, they were nosing around in other people's yards, okay? What other messages, Spirit, do you have for the collective, please, and thank you? What other messages do you have for the collective, please, and thank you? Thank you. This person is working very diligently on trying to make things right with you, okay? They're trying to get their coins together. They're trying to work hard on themselves. They really have their nose down on and very focused on making money to present to a certain situation, okay? And they're actually thinking about a home, about stability, about blue skies, okay? You represent everything that they want, you know, calmness. Yeah, this person, you are this person, they may be pulling on your energy, so you may be needing a lot of rest, okay? You may be feeling really tired, overthinking. Right now, you are in your Queen of Pentacles energy, okay? The Queen of Pentacles is very loving, very giving, very stable, very fruitful. Yet you have a lot of things right now that are actually going to be, I'm hearing a very fruitful environment, that you're in a very fruitful environment. You are someone, you or this person may have known each other in the past, and I mean in the past as in children, or in the past as in past lives, okay? And this person may see you now as their wish fulfillment. I'm going to cover it like this, okay? But you don't see them like that anymore. You see them completely differently. You see them completely different, which is probably why they're working so hard. This person wants to come back as a king, okay? They definitely want to come back as a king. You know, and they're definitely going to come back with an offer, okay? With an offer of love. Yeah. because they realized that you were the gift. They realized that, you know, you were the gift. All right, let's see. What messages do you have for the collective, please and thank you? What messages do you have for the collective? Please, guys, come on. What messages do you have for the collective, please and thank you? Okay. Consumerism. So this person may have been very, 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 very focused on material wealth at one point. You know, they were all in it and all 10 toes in for someone or something that may have made them look like they had it, okay, even if they didn't, okay. Image was a big thing, okay. Image was a big thing. Yeah, this person is now trying to, you know, run away from their burdens. They're trying to escape their burdens, and they're trying to get away from a past that maybe wasn't as fruitful as what they thought originally. Yeah, they were only interested, again, on material things, interested in a life, you know, that was basically very superficial connections. They didn't prioritize, you know, anything meaningful. It was just very superficial, okay? Very superficial, very flashy. They went for the flash instead of the heart. And right now, because they went from the flash and not from the heart, they're having a very, very hard time anticipating needs and trying to prevent tough times, okay? They're having a tough time trying to stay afloat. One more, please and thank you. They're trying to become more independent, okay, from the ties from the past, okay? They realize that in order to change, to have real change, they need to get away from any karmic ties, because there is a level of karmic justice that played out that really kind of smacked them in the ass. Yeah, and there's friends. There's friends, you know, again, you have someone in your energy that is very, very interested in what you're doing. Maybe they're interested in what you're doing because they're trying to figure out what this person is up to, okay? And yeah, this was a contract. This was a karmic contract at one point that, you know, it just lured you or lured this person into a false narrative, a very false kind of life. So right now, you know, this person may be coming to you to deepen the bond and the responsibilities of life with a contract, and that could be a long-lasting relationship. It could be marriage, because there is a ring there. It could be you know, work related, dependency. Codependency is a big thing, okay? Codependency is definitely a big thing. So, you know, just be forewarned that codependency can be something that needs to be worked with. Okay, I'm just very curious. One more, please. Yeah, this guy was a Casanova. This guy was a player. You know, this guy was definitely a player. You know, and this is why he got into trouble. You know, he may have manipulated many people, many women, many men into false relationships to get them to lower their boundaries. This person has some sort of malfunction, okay? As Spirit is saying, you know, they're very hesitant to address certain things from the past, very hesitant or very fearful of what you may find out regarding some information from the past, okay? Remember, email. But there is guidance from above, okay? You're covered. You're very, very protected. You're very, very protected. And you're going to get through this one way or the other, okay? This person was a puppet to maybe a karmic or to a group of people, okay? You know, they worship money. And right now, there's going to be an unexpected event, a very unexpected karmic event that is going to play out, that they probably are, you know, I think that they're not that dumb. They see coming, and it's karma, you know, going to be unraveling, you know. And these people are stuck in a very, very bad routine because some of these people have not learned their lesson, meaning that they're still trying to do this to other people. And guess what? Karma will play out, and it's going to rip them a new a-hole. Okay? Let me see. Thank you. Yep, this was a spiritual test. Okay, this was a spiritual test. And some people passed, and I'm pretty sure some people failed. Okay, you do have ancestor protection, my dear. And these people are going to be imprisoned. And it could be actual physical prison or spiritual prison. And you will be getting a new home, which is something that probably a lot of you have been wanting, because, you know, the Most High knows exactly what you have been through and what, you know, that you've been wanting stability, okay? There's a lot of people, probably the karmic, that are, you know, doing their voodoo hoodoo, but you are definitely protected. Definitely protected. Okay, protection came out here like 3 or 4 times, so you are definitely protected, you know, because there's always a bitter karmic, you know, trying to do what they do, be bitter and angry, you know, and because it's, you know, they're still attached, or they're still wanting a player who is trying to get away from them. And a lot of you, again, you have ancestor protection, so you don't need to worry about anything, okay? Let's see. What advice does Spirit have for you? What advice do you have for the collective? Use your intuition, okay? Use your intuition. Again, foundation. So again, this house is coming, okay? I would, you know, probably by the end of the year, you will have or move into a new house. You're going to have a new foundation and a new way of life. There's going to be a lot of choices that you need to make, okay? So choose wisely. Again, use your intuition, okay? Reach out to your team, because there's going to be new beginnings. New beginnings. Okay, let's see. Definitely opened up to this. And have faith, okay? Have faith that things are going to work out, because it may not be easy all the time, but, you know, your spirits are saying just have faith. Have faith that, you know, everything is going to work out. All right, so my dears, I hope this message resonated with you. Please hit share and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.